In distant tropical villages, in remote hamlets in the Andes, in the shanty towns and cities, there they were, ashamed and unaware of their rights, abandoned and abused by their people and others. Then, a profound act of conviction and generosity was enough to light the flame of solidarity and hope to change this harsh reality. We know that the disability revolution is moving in the right direction. It has done this, and it keeps on doing it through the heroic work of the Manuel Espejo Solidarity Mission. Door to door, over a year and a half, they have identified and georeferenced 294,803 persons with physical, intellectual, visual, and auditory disabilities. Now we're meeting all the requirements. We have begun with integrated programs to serve them, providing almost 7,000 technical aids, building 15,000 homes, providing 1,616 hearing aids, 1,160 auditory systems, about 1,000 visual kits, 2,000 technical aids for poor vision, 6,829 kits to prevent the control of bed sores, 1,500 prosthetic and orthopedic devices, as well as 15,000 Joaquín Gallegos Lara bonuses.
Seguimos recibiendo el bono. Fue una cosa como que Dios del cielo lo mandó, porque de toda manera quien pone la esperanza triunfa.
Que sigan adelante y el vicepresidente, muchísimas gracias.
In 2011, the second National Manuel Espejo Medical Brigade's intervention left its mark in the provinces of Carchi, Imbabura, Esmeraldas, Sucumbíos, Manabí, and Los Ríos. Now, it's working simultaneously with 10 provinces. Intense work that will continue through 2012 to make a second nationwide door-to-door sweep until there is not even one single person with a disability who is not being served. In the 21st century, Ecuador has opened its doors to a new challenge, the challenge of prevention, a debt left unpaid by previous governments and a substantial foundation of current actual public policy. Whereas in the past, investment in disability was nearly $2 million. In the government of the Citizen Revolution, investment is nearly $100 million, that is 5,000% more. For early school detection of hearing disability, 1,400 services have been implemented in the public health network, which has provided 1,616 children and adults with their hearing aids. They've also acquired 1,160 audiology systems, and 1,407 health professionals have been trained for their hearing testing. To prevent visual disability, we serve 500,000 children by implementing 24 low vision centers. We have provided 20,000 text in Braille and 1,500 laptop computers with the JAWS software. The Manuel Espejo mission found over 107,000 fellow Ecuadorians with the physical and motor disabilities, many of them due to accidents in traffic, at home, and in the workplace. Therefore, prevention focuses on training 107 orthopedic surgeons from the Ministry of Health in the technique of low-cost external tutoring. We have begun building 3 workshops where Ecuadorians can make prosthetic and orthopedic devices in the provinces of Pichincha, Guayas, and Loja. At this time, 3 mobile units are being implemented to prevent and control ulcers and bed sores, delivering 6,829 kits to provide care. The Manuel Espejo Solidarity Mission identified 83,969 cases of intellectual disability, representing 28.5% of all persons studied. Accordingly, we have begun programming along with the Ministry of Health a great program to preserve the intellectual capacities of future Ecuadorians. Therefore, the newborn screening system will examine 260,000 children born every year in the country to diagnose congenital diseases such as phenylketonuria, adrenal hyperplasia, galactosemia, or hypothyroidism. In December, at the America Without Barriers Summit, the Vice Presidents of Colombia, Venezuela, El Salvador, Guatemala, Peru, Argentina, and Ecuador signed the historic Declaration of Quito for democracy and solidarity to work for the rights of persons with disability. In this agreement, the breathing countries immediately requested Ecuador's advisory assistance to serve their most sensitive, marginalized sectors. In Colombia, President Juan Manuel Santos, Vice President Angelino Garzón, and their social cabinet shared the Manuel Espejo experience. The same happened in Guatemala with Vice President Rafael Espada and their cabinet. From Paraguay, 3 representative senators visited Ecuador to directly observe the mechanics, work, and result of the Manuel Espejo mission.
He visto que la vicepresidencia ha puesto mucha atención a las personas con discapacidad. Mucho tiempo han pasado excluidos dentro del grupo social y el vicepresidente pues ha venido precisamente a incluirlos nuevamente como personas capaces y productivas dentro del país.
Having consolidated and implemented a first task of identifying and serving all of our Ecuadorian brothers and sisters, now we have begun a new challenge: full social inclusion, including workplaces and schools. This year, we have promoted employment for nearly 11,400 people with disability, having started the year at only 2,800 who had jobs. Art and creativity are the ideal opportunities for integration, so we held our first play fair called Let's Play Without Barriers, where children with and without disabilities integrated in their creative dimension through games and art. Dreams and imagination aided inclusion, when a cast of nearly 100 actors and actresses in the play entitled Dreams overcame their physical or sensorial limits, showing on stage that human spirit can rise above obstacles and prejudice.
Mis ilusiones conquistan mis sueños y te entrego mi corazón.
If we have no access or transport, everything we have achieved will fall short. Therefore, we're mobilizing people with disability using 70 adapted transportation units. The disability revolution takes form in public policies, so Vice President Lenin Moreno has submitted a new law on disabilities to the National Assembly to guarantee mainstreaming in actions, giving responsibilities to the different government agencies involved with this part of the Ecuadorian population. Along with the overall work regarding disability, the Vice President's program named Smile Ecuador has created social circuses to use art and creativity to highlight human values such as happiness, solidarity, and respect for the most sensitive sectors of Ecuador's main cities, through excellence in the performing arts. The social circuses are receiving advisory assistance from Cirque du Soleil of Canada and the active participation of the municipalities of Quito, Guayaquil, Cuenca, and Tena. From social risk to excellence in the community's quality of life.